Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're hanging out with some serious music nerds. And no, I don't mean us for once. We're diving into the world of They Might Be Giants fandom, and specifically their incredible online knowledge base. TMBW?
It's not every day you see a fan-created resource this comprehensive. It's like the ultimate online scrapbook, but collaboratively built and meticulously organized.
Seriously, you might know TMBG from Birdhouse in Your Soul or their catchy kids tunes.
Yeah.
But their fan base, they're on another level. This wiki goes way beyond casual listening. Imagine a Wikipedia, but instead of historical figures, it's every lyric, every concert set list, every quirky fact about this band. Talk about dedication.
What's fascinating is how it reflects the evolution of fandom itself. This isn't just collecting albums, it's active participation. Fans are archivists, researchers, and debaters all rolled into one.
And get this, their tagline is, turn around, there's a wiki that can be found. A direct quote from Don't Let's Start, one of their songs. That's commitment. So before we geek out about all the amazing minutia, what's the first thing that jumps out at you when you explore this TMBW world?
It's the sheer depth and variety. You've got everything from song lyrics and obscure trivia to guitar tabs and concert set lists. They even have a This Day in TMBG section. Can you imagine the level of research that goes into that?
It blows my mind. Okay, so it's this treasure trove of TMBG history, but it's not just a dusty old archive, right? They keep it updated with news and stuff too.
Absolutely. They've got a whole section for recent news interviews, you name it. It's like a living, breathing chronicle of the band's activity, all curated by the people who know them best, the fans.
Okay, so we've established this wiki is basically the Library of Alexandria for TMBG fans. But what kind of juicy TMBG tidbits are we talking about here? Give us the good stuff. What's got the fans buzzing?
Well, they have news going all the way back to July, which just shows how dedicated they are to keeping this thing updated. One thing that caught my eye, John Flansburgh, the band's guitarist, has been doing a bunch of interviews about their upcoming tours in the UK and Australia.
Makes sense. Got to get the word out. Any interviews in particular that piqued your interest?
Actually, yes. He did one with the Vinyl Guide podcast. I thought that was a really interesting choice. It speaks to their ability to connect with different generations of fans. Vinyl is having a huge resurgence, and who better to speak to that than a band known for their eclectic sound and DIY ethos?
For sure. You know those vinyl collectors? They're as dedicated as the TMBW wiki editors, I bet. So what about John Linnell? Has he been keeping dizzy too?
Oh, absolutely. He's got his own projects going on. He's involved in something called 80 from the 80s with musician Michael Hurst. Apparently, the idea is to release a cover of a different 80s song every week for, you guessed it, 80 weeks.
Wow. That's an epic undertaking. What a cool concept. Talk about a blast from the past, listening to all those 80s hits reimagined. Do we know which song John Linnell is covering?
It says he's tackling Telephone by Wasmon Ariz. I'll be honest, I'm drawing a blank on that one.
Me too. But that's what I love about this. It's a gateway to even more musical discovery. You start with TMBG and suddenly you're down a rabbit hole of 80s obscurities. This wiki is like a choose-your-own-adventure for music fans.
Right. And it reminds you that even within a niche fandom, there are always new things to uncover. It's about the joy of exploration, and that's something this wiki really captures.
Speaking of exploration, we talked about how this wiki is a treasure trove of information. But it's not just a one-way street. They actively encourage fans to get involved, right?
Absolutely. They're very transparent about their mission, which is essentially to create a central hub for all things. They might be giants. They want fans to connect, share their knowledge, and ensure that the band's legacy lives on.
I love that. It's a beautiful cycle of appreciation. The band inspires the fans create this amazing resource.
Yeah.
And that, in turn, introduces more people to the music.
Exactly. It's fandom at its finest. And they've thought of everything. There's even a whole section dedicated to getting started for new fans. It explains how to edit pages, contribute information, the whole 9 yards.
So it's like they're saying, hey, we love this band and we want you to love them too. There's something so welcoming about that.
It speaks volumes about the community they've built. It's not about gatekeeping or being a better fan than anyone else. It's about sharing the joy of TMBG with as many people as possible.
You know, it's funny. We often think of fandom as this niche thing. But this wiki really highlights the power of shared passions. It's a testament to what happens when people come together, even online, to celebrate something they love.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond just celebrating. It's about actively contributing to a collective body of knowledge. They're building a legacy here, not just for the band, but for the community itself.
It makes you wonder what other hidden gems are out there in the vast universe of fandom, right? Like if there maybe giants have this incredibly detailed online encyclopedia. What other amazing fan-driven projects are we missing out on?
Right. And it's a reminder that anyone can be a part of it. You don't need special credentials or qualifications.
Yeah,
Just passion and a desire to contribute. That's actually quite inspiring.
totally. It's like the next time I fall head over heels for a band, a book series, a vintage vacuum cleaner, whatever. I'm going to seek out the online communities, the fan wikis, the whole shebang. You never know what you might learn or who you might connect with.
Exactly. It's about expanding your horizons, both intellectually and socially. And, getting back to the TMBW wiki, they've even addressed the potential pitfalls of having so many contributors.
Oh, like what? I imagine things could get a little opinionated when you have a bunch of diehard fans debating song interpretations or concert set lists.
You'd think so, right? But they're actually very good at navigating that. They have a whole section dedicated to their editing guidelines, which emphasize things like respectful debate consensus building and verifying information with reliable sources.
So it's not just a free-for-all. They actually have systems in place to ensure accuracy and fairness.
Exactly. It's like they've created their own little microcosm of collaborative knowledge creation, and it works. The information on this wiki is incredibly detailed and well-researched.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a little humbling, isn't it? To see that level of dedication and organization from a group of fans, it kind of puts my own music collection to shame. Let's just say it's not quite wiki-worthy.
Well, you never know. Maybe this will be the inspiration you need to start organizing those playlists and writing those liner notes.
Maybe you're right. But in all seriousness, for our listeners who are now incredibly curious about this TMBG wonderland, what would you say is the biggest takeaway from our deep dive into their fan wiki?
I think it's the reminder that fandom is a powerful force. It has the ability to bring people together to spark creativity and to preserve the legacy of the things we love. And with the help of technology like this wiki, that passion can reach new heights and inspire countless others.
Beautifully said. So the next time you dismiss something as just a fan site, remember the incredible world of TMBW. It's a testament to the power of community dedication and the enduring magic of a great band. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the heart of fandom. Until next time, keep exploring those rabbit holes. You never know what treasures you might uncover.